Hello students, today I am going to start your first chapter of your book, that is types of communication. It is under the employability skills part A. So starting with, what is communication? Communication is simply the act of transferring information from one place, one person or group to another. Every communication involves at least one sender, a message, and the recipient. One sender is the person who sent the message, and the message is the main content which has to be sent, and the person who received the message is called recipient. In simple words, communication means being able to tell other people what you want to say, means to transfer your feelings, emotions, and your thought. It is called communication. What are the different types of communication? There are following types of communication: verbal form, non-verbal form, written form, and visual form. So these are the different types of communications used. Starting with the verbal form of communication. In verbal form of communication, oral way of expressing thoughts and feeling is used. Means when we communicate orally with each other. It is a direct communication between sender and receiver in which mostly we interact by using spoken words. We mostly interact by using spoken words. And it is mostly interactive form of communication. And it is the mostly interactive form of communication because in this communication, the interaction takes place. Direct two persons, one is the person who is transmitting the message and another is the person who is receiving the message. They interact with each other, so it is the most interactive form of communication. Next is non-verbal form of communication. In non-verbal form of communication, body language, gesture, tone, and pitch is used. In non-verbal communication, mainly our body parts, eyes, face, hands are used for communication. So non-verbal form, we use body language, gestures, expressions, and sometimes high pitch is used to communicate the expression and the feeling by one individual to another individual. So it is non-verbal form of communication. Next is written form of communication. In written communication, handwritten or printed matter is used to express our feelings or thoughts to the receiver. So it is a in the written form. If we we write on a paper or we print on a paper, and the printed matter is passed from one plus person to another person to express his feeling and thoughts, and the other person reads the matter, and then he will come to know about the expression and thoughts one want to communicate to him. So it is a written form of communication. Next comes visual form of communication. In visual form of communication, pictures, signboards, logos, maps, charts are used to communicate information or thoughts to each other or to other people. So you must have seen different signs, logos, signboards while traveling from one place to another place. Just by signboards, you come to know what message is to be conveyed. So these kind of form is called visual form of communication. This is a diagram by which types of communication is explained here. Types of communication, mainly four types of communication: verbal communication, non-verbal communication, written communication, and visual communication. Visual communication I have told you just now, in which the signboards, symbols, logos, they depict some meaning to the other people. When you see those signboards, you see those logos, you come to know about some message. So that is the visual form of communication. So these are different types with the chart diagram. Next comes pros and cons of verbal communication. Starting with the pros. It is a straightforward to express the feelings. Speaker is present at the time of communication. In verbal communication, straightforward expression takes place. Straightforward, one person expresses his feelings and thoughts to other person, and the speaker is present at the time of communication. Next is the communication is mostly interactive, which gives the receiver a chance to clarify. Means sender and receiver both are available, And communication is mostly interactive, means the people are doing interaction with each other. So if there is any doubt in transmitting the information, the receiver can clarify those doubts, those confusions immediately. So there is a good chance to clarify the confusions immediately. It is a speedy form of communications, means in verbal communication we can very fastly communicate feelings and thoughts and expression to other person or to the receiver. You get instant feedback. It is also very important. In verbal communication you can get the instant feedback, means the feedback whether the communication was successfully done or not. If there is any confusion, any doubt to understand the thought or expression of sender, the receiver can immediately give the feedback to the sender about the communication. This form of communication is to maintain relationship and affection between sender and receiver. In this form of communication, it maintains the relationship and affection between the sender and receiver, because both are present at the time of communication. So the affection and the relationship is maintained better, in better manner. Now, cons of verbal communication. It is not possible to communicate to people in a different setup, means sometimes it is not possible to communicate to the people in a different setup, means if the people are located in different geographical places, different time zones, then the live communication is not possible because of the time difficulty. It requires proximity. It often feels incomplete to keep records. It often feels incomplete to keep records, means the verbal communication there is no record maintained. There is no written record is maintained, and the message is communicated, but though there is no record maintained during the communication. It is not possible to represent things officially, as there is no record maintained in the verbal communication. So we could not maintain any record of the communication. We cannot maintain any record of the communication. There are emotional barriers also. It means if the sender is passing through some emotional imbalance, some personal problems, so those the problems of the sender are expressed during the communication on his face. So during the communication those emotional conditions are also expressed during the communication. So we have it requires proximity. Proximity means if the sender and the receiver must be at the same place, same time to communicate. So it is the meaning of it requires proximity. For proximity, sender and receiver must be at the same time at the same place to perform the verbal communication. So at the end, I have kept some question as an assignment. So you have to answer these questions. You will make proper notes and you will write the answers. After going through this presentation, you need to write these questions and their answers in your notebook. So this is all about the first video of this chapter. In the next video, I will continue the rest of the part of this chapter. Thank you.